Hello, and welcome back, friends and enemies, to another video. Today I wanted to continue my Backrooms theory regarding the counter entities. If you guys don't remember, I'll be linking the part 1 of the theory in the description down below. But here's just a real quick rundown of what I have established so far. That being that the counter entities are humans from the future who are willingly entering the backrooms to try and destroy entities to better the world. Now, since I've uploaded this video, the creator of the counter entities, M4 Sherman, actually came in contact through the comment sections in YouTube and was a great help with providing some information of groups of interest and further resources for me to learn more about the lore of the backrooms and to further help my theory. Make sure to give him a big thanks for not only helping me out and helping me to understand the backrooms and the counter entities even more, but also for contributing to the lore of the backrooms. Because without people creating the lore of the backrooms, I wouldn't be here exploring and theorizing about the lore. None of us would even be able to enjoy the content or the community. So once again, a big thank you to M4 Sherman. Moving on now. One of the more striking things that was mentioned to me was that the reason that the counter entities are hostile towards larger groups of interest, that being the MEG or the Major Explorer Group. Just letting you know if you don't know about them, this is a larger group in the backrooms that is a form of government and that serves to help wanderers and establish further governance within the backrooms. Another group that was mentioned was Almond Water Inc. This group sells almond water and serves the purpose of supplying wanderers to make sure they can maintain their sanity and lives within the backrooms. Now, the reason the counter entities are hostile towards these groups is for the purpose of gaining power. They need power. Now, why is that, you might ask? This leads back into my previous video on their purpose. To get rid of the entities within the backrooms. If they have a large amount of power that these larger groups within the backrooms do have, they would be able to enact the mega extermination. Now, you might ask why they need power to achieve this, and my best way to explain this is with an analogy. Think if your house was infested with bugs. Yeah, you could go around killing bugs one by one, but if you really wanted to make a significant difference in getting rid of the bugs, what would you do? You would establish a perimeter where you would spray down some poison or something along those lines so that the bugs cannot enter that area you have marked off, and then you can get rid of all the other bugs within it and then establish a bug-free zone. This, to my knowledge, is essentially what the backroom counter entities are attempting to do. They need this power within the backrooms so that they can perform a mega extermination of the entities within an area, so they can maintain a completely entity-free area. This would be beneficial for them to set up a base of operations, but it would also help the wanderers as well, because as I have established in my previous video on the counter entities, they are not hostile towards wanderers. So in theory, the wanderers could establish colonies within the entity-free zones. Now, to establish the entity-free zones, the counter entities would need more firepower than just the base counter entities are able to provide. This is where the military counter entity variant comes into play. They are similar to the base counter entities, except for that they are reserved for situations that require more aggressive and smarter tactics. Once again, thank you to the creator of the counter entities, M4 Sherman, for giving me more insight into the counter entities and how their military variation functions. So, with the use of these stronger, more tactical variations of the entities, they would be able to proceed with the mega extermination. Or at least they would be able to if there wasn't so much friction between them and the larger groups of interest in the backrooms. Them being, once again, the MEG, the Major Explorer Groups, and Almond Inc. And I'm sure that the MEG and Almond Inc. would be willing to give up major portions of their territory for the mega extermination if they only knew everything that the counter entities do. You see, according to the creator of the counter entities, the reason that these groups and the counter entities have friction within each other is that the counter entities are trying to prevent something that the other groups are currently unaware of. And I think I know what that very thing is, and I will be explaining just that and discussing it in part 3 of the counter entities theory video. And trust me, I think the ramifications of that will have you shaking. but that will have to wait until next time. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you have made it this far. Also, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe and stay for a while. And until next time, I'll see you.